gentlemen, this is Soap the Great with another episode of Building This City on the Adventure Time multiplayer server. Now, you might be confused because this looks like it did before I did all the updates to the base, and you would be very astute in your observation. That is right. This is a previous world save, and the reason I'm here is not because we lost the original or anything. It's because I wanted to show you a little before, and then what we're going to get into today is the after. But I need to show you the before first and kind of build the case for what we're going to be doing. So first things first, we're going to be taking a look at our sorting system here, and one of the first things you'll notice, and even in the fully decorated one with the floor completely done on the server, you'll see all these chests here, okay? And we've got a bunch of stuff in here, some glass and stained clay and some extra, lots of flint from digging this whole place out, and from that unfortunate time when I had a fortune shovel. Who needs that anyway? And a bunch of yellow stained clay for something, a future project which I may not get to on this server. So anyway, I don't like having chests just strewn about. I tend to want to have a place for everything and everything in its place. And if you'll notice over here, I do have a place for stained clay. It's not that stuff. It's in here. We really don't have that much room available. I could combine stuff, but I really like having all of the colors separated out here. So we don't have enough room, okay? Really for all of that. We got a bunch of yellow stained clay. Almost, it would take up most of this, and we've got a bunch of other clay here. We could kind of squish it in, but I don't think we'll have quite enough space. So we are kind of limited here with all the other stuff that's in these chests. The other thing, I'm going to show this to you real quick. Let me bring up the F3 screen. Okay, you can notice that we're sitting at 15, 20, somewhere in there. It's a bit of a pain sometimes, especially during recording. But we've already got low frame rates. But I'm gonna just chuck an item in now. I'm going to be sending an item to this position right here, okay, the spruce wood. So this is the very top. It's going to be the first one so that we don't have to deal with this thing running the whole time, okay? Alright, watch the frames per second. Okay, and we drop to 5. I'm not going to move around because we're going to get like a stop motion effect. This is during recording. 5, 6 frames a second. When I'm not recording and I'm not doing the 720p screen, we get around 10 frames a second when this sorter is going. Okay, so you've probably heard me call it the lag sorter, and you would be correct. Or that's just what I've come to know it as. It is a lag machine, and I'm tired of it. I got to tell you, it was neat. It's a neat concept. I copied it from JL2579 when he worked on a compacting design for Seth Bling's Minecraft storage, and I thought it was neat. I managed to. It wasn't a full tutorial. I was jumping back and forth between the world save that JL provided and here, and lots of resources. It was a lot of fun to build. Not so much fun to use. So what we're going to do is we're going to rip this thing out, and we're going to kind of take a bigger view, a more comprehensive view of our storage system, because we've got our other area down here. This has not changed in the new area. I've already started working on this, but that's why I wanted to come back to this world save. So I'm currently in a single player context, just for full disclosure, okay? So this is a backup map. But we've got this area down here, and I really enjoyed building this too. The floor is a nice design. I really like that. I'm not too happy with the walls though. Ceiling is good, floor is good, wall not so much. I mean, this is the most detail that I was able to get because I only left one column, or one block column. So yeah, we're going to be redoing some stuff. and we're going to take care of that this episode. I don't know how much I'm going to bring you along, at least for the building, but I certainly will show you the various steps of the way. So anyway, I want you to take a good look at this area, okay, and we will come back in just a moment, and I will show you after we have ripped this all out, okay? So I will see you in just a moment. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, we're back, and there is the back of the former lag sorter, and it does not cause lag anymore, at least as far as the computer is concerned. It is a lot slower to sort things out now, or at least I can't go AFK and let it sort. I have to actually do it myself, but hey, we will not be getting down to 10 or 5 frames a second while recording if I'm sorting stuff out with that thing. So yeah, what we got to do now is you know, I want to be able to walk in here, and I want it to be at floor level with the main hall. So we got to carry this out, and then we'll start putting together the sorting area or the storage area. So first things first, I'm going to finish this floor out, and then I will bring you back as once I've got all those items out into temporary chests, waiting for more permanent placement in the walls. So I will be back in just a moment. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, we're back, and take a look. I have moved all of the chests. I've gotten rid of all of that stuff, and I've moved them all over into here, and these are going to be temporary chests. I was able to really squeeze some of it down because it didn't need all that extra room. So yeah, but these are temporary, and I was getting into creative, my creative world over on the Respawn network, where I've been doing the design for this base, and I was trying to work out something for this little area. It's 9 wide, and I mean, we can go back a little bit because sea level is above the roof. So yeah, and it just wasn't working, and then I also decided, you know what, it would be nice if we had a unified area for sorting, so our storage. So what I've come up with is we're going to do something down here for the storage area. So we'll have one unified storage system, so all of the bulk items from there and the regular items from up top are going to be in this area. So I've cleared out a little area here. It's not quite cleared out over here because the existing bulk storage system is in the way, but we're going to be moving it to here. I think based on the design that I've got put together in Creative Test World, not this one, it's or not the Respawn Network one, but my personal one. I think I need to dig down a little bit more just to give myself enough room above on the ceiling, and then we'll get this moved in. But first things first, I need to finish digging, and then I'm going to start putting in the chests, and once I do, you'll be able to see it start to come together. So we'll do that, chests all around and the basic design coming together. I'll bring you back once that is done, and then we will progress to the next part of finishing up and maybe even putting in the sorting system for the bulk items. But yeah, we'll figure that out in after the next cut. Okay, so when we come back, you should see some chests starting to line the area, and we'll go from there. Oh, one more thing. The entrance to the place is going to be on this wall, so we'll probably have a large winding staircase to go up to there, because that's where our existing storage area is. No, let's go up here. There we go. Well, it's not quite there. Almost, but not quite. Yeah, here we go. there's our storage area. Alright, so we'll have a staircase going down from this level and just winding its way around to that one end of the new area. So we will have one giant sorting and storage system rather than these two pieces, the one up here and then the bulk storage downstairs. So I like it. We'll see how it turns out in practice. So anyway, back in a bit. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, we're back. So let me show you some of the progress that I have made. But first, as I was going through the chests here, I found this guy, and I found that there were some music discs available. So let's just get some cat going here. And if that's too loud, at least from my standpoint, I can always remix it before I do the final video cut. So yeah, hopefully we can enjoy a little bit of music while I'm going over this. Let's see, first things first, you may notice that, there we go, things are a little bit further down here. So we were at roughly that height last time, and I've dug out about, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 blocks down. So this is the final floor spot, actually the height of this dirt. This is where the floor is going to be. So we'll have one chest below floor level and 5 above, so that's the full reach. So we'll have 6 chests total all around. The other thing you can see is the full outline of how this room is going to look. I'm missing some detail work there. It's just dirt right now, and I'm having problems with Endermen when I'm here for a while. The Endermen just start stealing my blocks, so we got to get this cleaned up real quick. But here we go. You can see there's a lot of chests here, and you may be wondering, what in the world are you going to do with all that? Well, we've got to get all of that down into these chests. Okay, so that's a decent amount. We've got a lot of cobble. That whole section right there is full of cobble. Then we've got some gravel, some smooth stone, grass, and then we've got almost as much dirt as we do cobble. So all of that's all going to be handled down here, and that's the way we want. So yeah, we're just going to go with a unified storage system, and so we're going to need a lot of chests just to make sure we have room. So yeah, you can kind of see the layout here, and I think in the last cut we had a little bit larger of a circle, and either I made a mistake in setting it up over here, or I made a mistake in setting it up in my creative, but the two sizes of circles were different. So since I did the design in creative, we're going to go with that one. So it was a little bit smaller, not too much. There were 2 of these diagonal instead of the one before. So yeah, we'll get kind of a circle shape. Maybe we can see it if I move to the right spot. There we go. You can see in the mini map below, you can see that circle kind of showing up there. That depends on how high the ground is above me right there. So I think we're directly under the mountain there, but it'll show the cavern, so you can see the circle there. And yeah, so anyway, we need to take a cut. I'm going to fill in the rest of these chests, and we're going to start moving that stuff out of the way, the former bulk storage system, and we'll go from there. So let me get that out of the way. Let me get all these chests put in, and we'll start putting in some of the decorations. So I will see you in just a moment. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, well, it's been probably a couple seconds for you, but it has been quite some time for me, and we've gotten a decent amount done, not as much as I would have liked, but here you go. You can see part of it. All of those temporary chests, all of that stuff I have moved down here. Let's see, let me make sure. Yes, things have changed a little bit. I've rearranged my my staircases, so still kind of getting used to that. And I've started pulling out some of this other stuff. We'll go bit by bit, and I'll show you. So let me pop down here. Ender pearls would be nice to have on the bar. So I moved all those temporary chests into over here, and that's just taking up this section to right there. So that's just so we can have a little bit of space, and so we kind of know what we're working with. And I'm going to be running to these for the materials for the design for this thing. So yeah. Now let's see. When we last left, it has been some time, but I've gotten this much done. So we've got all the chests in, and I've started putting in the walls. So you can see, you've seen me do this before, and I haven't grown tired of it yet. We got the wood in the back and these fence posts right here. I love the contrast, and I picked this up from BOO on the Minecraft Town Hall. That's where it first intrigued me. It still intrigues me, and I'm going to keep using it till I get tired of it, and because I think it looks good. It mixes up colors and textures all within a fairly small amount of space. You see that? That's 3 blocks right there, and boom, nice detail, nice depth. And then I back it up with the smooth stone slabs, and yeah, it just looks good. Okay, enough of that. So you kind of see what design we're working with, and you see the room coming together a little bit. Ooh, scary noises. Let's go over here. You can see still we got that circle shape down on the mini map. Again, let me know. Do you like the mini map or not? I know Kondrik does, since I stole it from him. So yeah, I really like that mini map. But let me know what you think. If you think it is it's too much detail, if it's too cheaty or whatnot, I don't know. You tell me. But anyway, all of that cobblestone, you remember those chests that were up there, the chests and hoppers? They're all down here. Well, that's not filled up. I moved a lot of it by hand as well just to speed up the process. But there we go. All the cobble is moved over, and then the gravel is out of the way. Where is that actually? Oh, gravel's over there. And I had to move smooth stone up to get out of the way of this batch of chests back here. So yeah, there we go. Somebody made a noise. I don't know where. Maybe it was on Google, I bet. Okay. Now, let's see. Next up, we need to get to designing. So let me take a little cut, and I will refresh my memory from what I've got in the test world, and we'll start going from there. So I will be right back. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, we're back, and I'm just checking to make sure I've got all the stuff I need in my inventory. We're going to build part of this on camera, okay? So one of the things you might notice here is that we do have kind of a circle shape, or as close to a circle as you can get here in Minecraft. It's got a diameter of 20, 21, yeah, 21. So we've got that center block there. There are 10 on each side and the center block, so yeah, 21 diameter, not including the outside there. So it's as close to a circle as you can get, and what I've done is I've gone ahead and split this into 4 quadrants. Okay, so each quadrant is pretty much going to look the same. In particular, this will be a mirror image of this roughly, and it will be kind of a mirror image of this and this, but the problem is this side's a little different because we will have the exit going out that way. But I'm just going to do one of these quadrants on camera, and I needed to make sure that I had all the pieces in place. So we're going to get started there. Ooh, leftover torch. Another thing just to get this out of the way. There we go. You may notice that I sometimes do this cauldron trick. You put a glowstone block underneath the cauldron, and the glowstone actually can light through the cauldron because that cauldron will let light through. So that's a source of hidden light for this design, and it gets some of the problematic blocks right around here. I just go ahead and fill in the cauldron with water, and that's a design preference. If I was running on fancy graphics, you'd be able to see the water right through there, but I'm not running fancy graphics because this computer cannot handle it and do recording at the same time. So enough about that. So what I've done is I've got my screenshots up on a different computer, and so we're going to be looking back and forth. So if it seems like I go faint a little bit, it's because I am looking back and forth to this. Come on, block placement. Oh, is there a block there? Let's try that. Okay. Wonder what was up with that. So what I've gone with here is I'm trying to get a little bit of color into the floor design. That was one of the complaints I saw on Reddit about the former storage system design. There wasn't enough color, so we're trying to bring in some color just to give a little visual interest. So that's what we're doing, and still sticking with the theme of the green and the spruce, kind of the dark wood, kind of trying to keep a unified theme across the whole base. So yeah, we'll see how well that works out. And then we go here. Now, I said at the last jump cut that I had not made as much progress as I had wanted, and that's because, well, we had a particularly fun weekend, and by fun I mean not that fun at all. My youngest son, actually I think it went through all of us, maybe not my wife, but in particular we had the hand, foot, mouth disease. I don't know, some people have heard of it, some people haven't. If you have kids, you may have heard of it already. Why you no go? You gonna stick there? Yeah, okay, thank you. If you have kids, you may have heard of this thing already, and I don't know, maybe it's ravaged your household, but we got it this past weekend. So for those of you that aren't familiar with it, it is a virus that the main thing it does is just puts a lot of bumps all over your hands, feet, and mouth. That's the name, hand, foot, mouth disease. And they are pretty painful. They end up turning into blisters sometimes. They can even be inside the mouth, and so that makes it painful to eat. And when you can't really reason with a 2-year-old to say, hey, you need to drink some water, things can get kind of rough there. So we were constantly watching him for dehydration, and that was not fun. He has made the turn, and they are actually out at Mimi and Pa's house right now. So the house is quiet, which is really odd when it is. It's a lot more fun when they're here, and I can hear them running around and playing. Actually, at this time of night they would be asleep. But yeah, so anyway, he's made the turn and he's doing a lot better. He still has the bumps around his mouth, but I think that's just something that we'll have to wait on. But the worst of it seems to be over. So yeah. Anyway, that was our fun for the weekend, and it is why I did not end up getting too much done. I've also been working through a pretty big watch later list on YouTube. Let's hope this. Okay, that means I'm gonna have to do some. No, you don't go there. You go the other way. And it's not quite right either. So that's gonna be fun to figure that one out. All right. Next up. Yeah. So I watch a lot of YouTube videos, and if you follow me on Twitter, you will know that by now. Because you'll see the progression sometimes. And why are you not working? Which way? Oh, okay. I did it wrong. That's why. other way. So the main thing is I was trying to get caught up on the Hermitcraft UHC. If you haven't been watching that, it's a fun time. They do a good job on that one, producing that, and the guys seem to have a lot of fun with it. But I've been enjoying watching that. And are you gonna go? There we go. Okay. Does that work out? That one's pointed. Oh, still the wrong way. Let's try this. The reason that I don't want that one facing this way and this one facing that way is because what would happen, let me just show you real quick. Let's do that. Notice the player. You see that? I bounce down because the actual player height changes, and I want the stairs for the difference in detail, or in the depth that they provide, and not the player height transformation. So if you walk all along here, probably problematic areas right there, I got to fix that. But if you walk all along here, you notice the player height doesn't change, right? And that's just the way the stairs behave. So it's a little tip for you. If you didn't know that, you can put stairs right next to the solid or the full blocks or the top side blocks, and the player does not bounce up and down. So that's why I do these stairs. So I did notice last time when I was getting advice on that design, a lot of people were commenting about, oh, why would you use so many stairs? But apparently they haven't been watching Gliss 6 or the Mithrintia crowd or BWO or anybody like that use these for decorative pieces. But yeah, that's what the floor is going to look like. But you know what? Again, like due to the sickness that ran through our family, I am going to have to cut it short, and I'm going to finish this off camera, okay? So this is just to give you an idea of what we're going to do for the whole design. Let me pop one of these off so we can get an overview. So you see that? We've got a decent amount of detail, some depth there. I've got to fix those stairs, the cobblestone stairs there, and we got the color mixed in. So let me know what you think. We'll get that going. I'm going to copy that all the way around with the inverting and all that, and then I've still got to do the you can see here that I'm close to my nether portal. I've still got to do the ceiling as well, and that's going to be something different. I'm going to do all that off camera, but I just wanted to pull this together, and maybe next time we will take a look at the overall system, and then we'll go on to I don't know, we'll probably go over to the new village. You remember the one that we took villagers to, or got villagers ready for in the last episode? I don't know, we'll see. I might do some of this on camera as well. We'll see what happens, but we'll try and get a little mix going. So anyway, hopefully you enjoyed this episode, and I'm sorry if it was a little bit light on progress, but family life is what it is. So you let me know if you've had recent sickness or anything like that, anything that's laid your family out. I can certainly commiserate, so you can catch me on Twitter or here or whatever if you need a little bit of a support. Feel free to hit me up. I'd be glad to just be a listening ear. But hopefully you enjoyed this episode. If you did, a like is always appreciated. And stay tuned for next week. We'll see what we do, probably over in that new village. So yeah, that is it for now, and I will see you next time. Thanks so much for watching. Bye bye.